Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. We all love a good historical drama, right? But sometimes, the best stories are the ones history textbooks tend to gloss over. Today, we're diving into 5 lesser-known historical events that would make for captivating movie adaptations. These aren't your typical textbook tales. We're talking about events so strange, so unbelievable that you'll be wondering, wait, why haven't they made this into a movie yet? From absurd conflicts to unexplained phenomena, get ready to have your mind blown. Maybe even find your next movie obsession. Picture this, 1932, the Australian outback. The setting sun casts long shadows across the vast landscape, but something strange is afoot. This isn't a scene from a Western, at least not a typical one. This, my friends, is the Emu War. Our protagonists, thousands upon thousands of emus, those large flightless birds that are honestly a bit ridiculous to look at. They're tall, awkward, and frankly kind of scary if you think about them too much. Our antagonists, the Australian Army, yes, you heard that right. The Australian military, armed with Lewis machine guns, declared war on emus.
After World War I, Australia faced a different kind of enemy, a massive overpopulation of emus. These birds were wreaking havoc on crops and something had to be done. The solution? Send in the troops.
What followed was a series of less than successful military operations. The emus were surprisingly adept at evading gunfire. They scattered, they ran, they generally refused to cooperate with the whole being defeated thing. The whole thing lasted about a month, with the emus claiming a decisive victory. The Great Emu War is a testament to the absurdity that can sometimes unfold when humans try to impose their will on the natural world. From the sun-baked Australian outback, we travel to the steamy jungles of Panama to the late 17th century. Forget gold rushes and pirate tales. This is the story of the Darien Scheme, a chapter in history where Scottish ambition collided with the brutal realities of colonialism. In 1698, Scotland was a nation on the rise, eager to establish itself as a global power. The problem? They lacked a colonial foothold in the lucrative trade routes of the New World. Enter the Darien Scheme, a plan as audacious as it was ultimately doomed.
The mastermind behind this grand endeavour was William Paterson, a Scottish financier with a head full of dreams and a knack for persuasion. He envisioned a Scottish colony in Panama, a new Edinburgh that would bridge the Atlantic and Pacific, becoming a hub for trade and riches. Investors, swept up in the fervour, poured their money into the scheme. Ordinary Scots, eager for a better life, mortgaged their farms, their livelihoods, everything, for a chance to sail to this new promised land.
But the reality of Darien was a far cry from the idyllic paradise painted in Patterson's brochures. The jungle was unforgiving, disease ran rampant, and the Spanish, who already claimed the territory, weren't exactly thrilled about sharing. The colonists of New Edinburgh, ravaged by sickness and starvation, were forced to abandon their dreams and flee. The Darien Scheme ended in utter catastrophe, a financial ruin that crippled Scotland for generations. Movie idea number 3, the Tunguska event, the day the sky exploded. Now, let's fast forward to the year 1908, to the remote Siberian wilderness. This time, our story doesn't involve armies or colonies, but a mystery that continues to baffle scientists to this day, the Tunguska event. Imagine this, a serene morning in the Siberian taiga, the air heavy with the scent of pine needles. Suddenly, a blinding flash, a searing heat, and a deafening roar that shatters the stillness. This wasn't a volcano, wasn't an earthquake. This was something altogether different. The explosion, estimated to be thousands of times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, flattened trees over an area of 800 square miles. Witnesses described a fiery object streaking across the sky, leaving a trail of smoke and dust that hung in the air for days.
So what exactly happened in Tunguska? Theories abound, ranging from the plausible to the downright bizarre. The leading explanation is the impact of a large meteoroid or comet fragment which exploded in the atmosphere before hitting the ground.
The Tunguska event serves as a stark reminder of the immense power of the universe and the mysteries it still holds. Movie idea number 4, The Strangest Alliance, the Battle of Castle Itter. Our next stop takes us to the waning days of World War II, to a medieval castle nestled in the Austrian Alps. But this isn't your typical war story. This is the Battle of Castle Itter, a tale of unlikely alliances and a fight for humanity in the face of unimaginable cruelty. Castle Itter, once a place of grandeur, had been transformed into a prison, holding high-profile French VIPs taken hostage by the Nazis. As the war neared its end and the Allied forces closed in, the SS guards abandoned their posts, leaving the prisoners to their fate.
But hope arrived in the most unexpected form. A small group of American soldiers, led by the courageous Captain John C. Jack Lee Jr., stumbled upon the castle and its desperate inhabitants. Joining forces with these American liberators were Wehrmacht soldiers, German soldiers who had once fought for the very regime that imprisoned these French VIPs. Together, this ragtag group, united by a common enemy and a shared sense of humanity, prepared to defend the castle against the remaining SS troops determined to carry out one final act of brutality.
What followed was a desperate battle, American and German soldiers fighting side by side to protect the innocent lives trapped within the castle walls. The Battle of Castle Itter stands as a beacon of hope amidst the horrors of war, a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable evil, compassion and courage can prevail. It's a story that deserves to be told and retold. And now, an idea for a horror move, The Dancing Plague, when Strasbourg couldn't stop moving. Our final journey takes us back in time to the year 1518, to the city of Strasbourg, France. Forget battlefields and political intrigue. This is a story of a different kind of historical mystery, one that delves into the strange and often unsettling world of mass psychogenic illness. Imagine the scene, the cobblestone streets of Strasbourg, bustling with life, but something is amiss. People are dancing, not for joy, not for celebration, but as if possessed by an unseen force. This, my friends, is the dancing plague of 1518.
It began with a single woman, Frau Trophea, who stepped into the street and began to dance, her movements erratic, uncontrolled. Within days, dozens, then hundreds had joined her, their bodies swaying and convulsing in a grotesque ballet that lasted for weeks. Physicians were baffled. What could cause such bizarre behavior? Theories ranged from demonic possession to overheated blood, but no one could explain the phenomenon that gripped Strasbourg. The dancing continued day and night, some collapsing from exhaustion, some even dying from heart attacks or strokes.
The dancing plague of 1518 remains one of history's most perplexing medical mysteries, a chilling reminder of the complex and often unpredictable relationship between the mind and body. So, which story deserves the spotlight? There you have it, 5 incredible, unbelievable, and often downright bizarre historical events that deserve their moment in the cinematic spotlight. From emu warfare to dancing plagues, these stories remind us that history is anything but boring. These lesser-known historical events are just a glimpse into the rich tapestry of our past. They're reminders that the world is a strange and wonderful place, filled with tales that can make us laugh, cry, and question everything we thought we knew. Which one do you think would make the best movie? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating historical content. Be sure to check out the rest of our captivating historical videos.